Okay guys, what's going on? Cloudplays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're inside of Suicide Squad to Kill the Justice League, where we've got loads of information coming for you guys, including Season 1 release date theories coming from Miller Ross. On top of that, we're going to be talking about the peak in players and what's going on there, plus a data mine for patch 1.0 part 4. This one is an incredible one to say the least, and some of you guys have been moaning about the shields depleting really quick. Well, we seem to think that we've debunked that one. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video for all the information you guys need with regards to Suicide Squad. That being said though, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And check out our sponsor, Control Freak, the #1 in gaming aiming. That's right, we made it rhyme. But we are going to be giving away a couple of Control Freak grips over the oncoming weeks, so make sure you stay tuned to the channel for that one, as I'd hate for you to miss it. But if you use code CLOUDPLAYS at checkout via the link in the description, it will get you a cheeky 12% off. That's right, better than 10, definitely. That being said though, let's dive on into today's video. So, starting off with a tweet coming up from Miller Ross. Now, this guy is pretty renowned for leaking a lot of stuff with regards to the Avengers back when that was out, and he's now being quite renowned for the Suicide Squad leaks as well, with accuracy on this game being at a 100. It seems to be pretty insane how much he's been nailing this one, so we're kind of looking in to trust a lot of what's being said. Now, we've got quite a broad statement with regards to the Season 1, Episode 1 release date, which he states right here: I'm operating under the assumption that Season 1 Episode 1 is slated for some time between March 7th and March 15th. Now, take it with a pinch of salt, because he may be wrong and he's yet to be wrong, but you never know what may come with regards to this. On top of that though, we are looking at, even though the game having a bit of a tanking moment on Steam, which we're going to get into a little bit later on, the presumption that PlayStation seems to be doing quite well indeed. Now, on top of that though, that means that we may end up with a bit more of a movement inside of the game, and probably a little bit more longevity than what we actually believe, as we have another one right here. Somebody saying, have you seen anything for potential characters that could be added after Season 5 if the game is allowed to be supported for another year? And Miller turns around and says yes. Now, like I said, take everything with a pinch of salt with this guy, because I'm not 100% sure what's going to be happening with it. But another one that we like the look of right here, somebody asked him, do you know something about the battle pass, like what outfit is inside and stuff like that? Now, Miller actually responded with something quite interesting, and one that got me quite excited, stating, someone is going around saying the Wayne Tech suits are in it, and while I think that's likely, the only thing I've seen pointing to it is old placeholder testing stuff, so I can't say for sure myself. Now, that does look extremely awesome, and I love the idea of the Wayne Tech stuff coming into the game. The season pass is something that I'm really looking forward to, as I think that it gives you guys quite a good amount of content to be able to grind for, as long as they can boost up what's going on with the end game, which is looking a bit bleak at the moment. I'm not going to lie. We've gone over Finite Crisis level 100, and I'm just kind of grafting through, playing the game and getting a build ready for Season 1, and I'm already quite bored of the end game, so I'm hoping there is a bit more movement with that one. But we have one final tweet coming from Miller, which says, will the Joker introduce a small like story or just like one cutscene? He responds with, I believe the episode comes with several cutscenes. The one where you bring him back to the Hall of Justice for the first time, where he starts shooting from the insider, seems to be marked as number 3. Out of how many? I don't know yet. So this one is extremely amazing, and I'm so excited for this one, and I can't wait to see what Season 1 is actually going to bring. Now, when we start talking about numbers inside of this game, for some reason we have a entity point of only being able to take Steam numbers as a solid. Now, I don't know why that seems to be the case, but naturally everybody seems to think that Steam is the go-to, although for this game, for some reason, PlayStation seems to be taking the forefront. But we have right here a post that says, real talk, daily peak players now below 2k and average below 1k, still 1 month in. And this one is quite a depressing one, because they state, while I want this game to succeed, in odds are clearly close to 0. How much longer we can expect WB to pour money into Rocksteady before we're dark? luck. Spare the backlash, I'm legit asking as someone who's paid $70 and wants a longer life than it looks like we're going to get. Now, this one is a very valid question, and I think that it holds to be the matter. Now, I don't know exactly what the numbers are for PlayStation, although we are kind of hoping that it's going to be a lot higher than what we're seeing on Steam. To be fair, I'm feeling that there's probably about 20,000-30,000 people playing on PlayStation right now, but again, that's just a hunch and no legitimate figures coming from there, although Steam does seem pretty damn low. So I'm really hoping that it does succeed, because we've got some interesting stuff coming for the game. Now, when we take a look again at Season 1 and beyond, the patch 1.0 Part 4, we have a post right here from the Reddit, which is an extremely intriguing one. This is a data mine from the game itself. Now, when we take a look at what it says right here, you can see all of the bits on the top, sort of like the Brainiac, Flash, Lantern, Superman boss fights. Then we start looking at Season 1 weather with the stormy Gotham City, which is the Joker introduction. We have the Season 2 weather for the snow storms and the ice base pods and stuff like that. It looks really, really cool. Now, when we start looking at what's coming for the main usuals of it, though, the game files state that we will travel to a Dimension Zero, meaning Earth Zero, which has the Superman that Brainiac fears, Vril Docks of New Earth. Later, a copy of Brainiac's teamed up with the future descendant of the Brainiac line, Indigo, aka Brainiac 8, sent to kill Donna Troy and ensure Kolu's future. This version of Brainiac was trying to clone its body using a secret LexCorp facility, and he was killed by Starfire when she destroyed his ship with him in it. The nanotech copy, though, after the Infinite Crisis, a copy of Brainiac composed of nanoscale robots invaded a Wayne Tech's Robox facility and tried to gain a new body. A prototype OMAC unit built with B-13 technology controlling Metallo and the Metal Men. He fought Superman and Batman for the OMAC but was ultimately defeated. Says thanks for reading right here. But when we take a look at it, we've obviously got talks of Wayne Tech Robotics, the facility behind it and stuff like that, and it will be extremely cool to be able to see how that one pans out, as we're looking at the Battle Pass having some Wayne Tech level gear inside of it. So I'm extremely interested to see how that one works, but we'll have to see, and I want your opinions down in the comment section below. Now, for those of you guys having an issue since the last patch with regards to the shields, it seems like you may have had the issue the whole time, as a care package grenade drop has been issued out, of which I have seen just today myself, and on top of that, we've had quite a few posts going up on Reddit just like this one here, with a 6-figure damage output. But if we look carefully on that one, you're automatically going to put it on because of how big the damage is. But it says limited to carrying 1 grenade at a time. Your shield depletes over time while you have grenade ammo, but your grenades do 1,000% more damage. So this is only going to be useful if you are throwing grenades consistently and are able to throw them before it can deplete your shield, and you could be issuing a bit of a problem with having a shield drop every single time you jump into the higher tier Finite Crisis runs. Now, as we start running into this, though, there is one mutation which is winding everybody up, and that is the Boom mutation. And this, myself, we've been speaking between me and the boys on it today as we've been grinding through to get these builds set up for Season 1. And this post right here says it in a nutshell. It says, I genuinely cannot understand how this mutation was considered a good idea. It fundamentally ruins the loop of the gameplay and punishes players for playing the game like how the game taught them to play. I've been trying to do the killing time mode on hardcore to see how far I can go, and every time my run ends because I happened to be slightly too close to the enemy, they die. And then I get hit by like a single bullet from a helicopter or something far off in the distance and die. It's so dumb. Plus, I'm worried about trying to go further because I'm seeing people talking about a mutation that just makes enemies immune to infections. Like, why? You spend the whole game teaching us to use shield harvest, our suicide strikes, our traversal attacks, and then slapping a modifier that punishes us for using those abilities. You also have whole missions and a vendor all about afflictions, and then make the modifier that makes them immune to inflictions. It's just just so dumb. And I couldn't agree more, and these sort of like mutations are starting to wind me up to a degree, because they're not alterable. You can't add certain things in to change the mutations. You are just kind of stuck with what you've got, and you just lose materials by coming out of it. Now, this is a bit of a problem and something that I really don't enjoy, and I think that they need to either work on the mutations or work on ways that we can select certain mutations and alter mutations, and using the harder ones will get us more loot or something like that. But myself, that boom mutation needs to be taken out of circulation, because my good lord, it's freaking frustrating. But I want to know what you guys are thinking via the comment section below. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. And if you've got this far into the video and you're one of those OGs that I appreciate greatly, then head down to the comment section right now and stick a boom emoji in there. It'd be absolutely hilarious. I try to respond to as many comments as I can, but sometimes I do miss a few. So make sure you get that emoji in the comment section and I'll try and reply to you. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate your faces. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the clouds.